the last game review I'm going to be doing tonight is going to be Red Steel 2 on the Nintendo Wii. Now, basically, this game uses the Wii Motion Plus, which is right here. This is the one. This is my Wii remote, but this is the Motion Plus from Family Video that they gave me when I rented it. Um, Now, this game actually does have some, great motion controls with the Motion Plus, and I hope more developers from now on actually start using the Wii Motion Plus a whole lot more and a whole lot better in the future with the games. This is actually a great start, but they can continue to get better from here on out when it comes to Motion Plus games on the Nintendo Wii. It actually is kind of, I can just say it's good. It's just, it follows your follows like basically your sword really well, and your gun, it also tilts your gun like really close to how you have it. It's not perfect. The controls are not perfect, and maybe if they come out with a Red Steel 3, they'd be a lot better, and a lot of other developers from now on would be a whole lot better. But for what it is now, it actually is, a great game, and it's a great motion controls. On to the review. The gameplay basically it's kind of like a first-person shooter, but more like an adventure thing. But a lot of people online are calling it like a first-person adventure, like kind of like what Metroid is. They don't call it a first-person shooter; they call it more of a first-person adventure game. And I would agree to it. I kind of agree to that actually. It is actually quite fun, and the whole you're pretty much in control of mostly what you're doing, pretty much. I'd say 95%, pretty much. When it comes to graphics presentation, this actually is a pretty good game on it. It kind of has like a cell shaded kind of feel, but not like cell shaded, kind of like like something like Wind Waker was on the GameCube, but it has kind of like a realistic cell shaded kind of thing. Basic side to it, and it's basically it kind of has I don't know, I can't really say. It's just the graphics to it are actually pretty good. They're better than the cutscenes, of course, because they're pretty much, I think, pre-rendered or so like that. But the game itself is actually looks quite good as well. The sound of it is pretty good. The voice actors are actually pretty good. Most of them are good. There's a few average ones here and there, but most of them are good. And the sound of like the background music, that you hear, the whole kind of like Western meets like Japanese, I think samurai kind of feel to it. It feels kind of good. It actually sounds kind of right, and the background music actually kind of fits the mood, I'd say. When it comes to the story, basically, I didn't get that far. I only got to the battle with Pain, which is like the guy that pretty much tries to kill you at the beginning. That's all I can say. If I can say anything else, I have to try to spoil what happens. I hope to before the game goes back tomorrow. Before all my games I rent to go back tomorrow, I hope to play it again. But if not, I am gonna rent it again because I will actually have to play it some more. Hopefully, I can play it in the morning. Um, but the story is basically you're like a Kusagari, kind of like you're come back to the town to help. Kind of, I don't know what happened. Basically, I think you betrayed them, or you left them, or you broke code or something like that, and you were banished or something like that. And you come back and help the town. You help like your sensei, and I forgot the woman's name that you help. It was with a K, I know that much. And you have to take out these like jackals or something, like this group of bandits or something to try to take over the city or try to do something like that. I'm sorry I can't give a real big detail on it because not that far. But pretty much that's the whole basic premise of the game. That kind of it's like samurai Japanese culture, like katana kind of stuff meets like Western gunslinging kind of thing. The story actually is quite good for what I've played it so far. I figure it just gets better. And then basically there is no multiplayer in the game, so I can't give that a score on there. Maybe they'll put a Red Steel 3, but this game has none. This game I think was more based off just trying to get Motion Plus to work good. And there's a lot of people out there like mad that there is no multiplayer in the game actually. And yes, the game could have been a lot better if it did do multiplayer. But I do have to admit, I think what they actually try to do with this game is actually try to take the motion controls and try to get them as great as they can possibly get it, and then work on a Red Steel 3. And with the motion controls already good, they can work on fine tuning them, making them better, and worry about the story as well as a multiplayer. Then, I think that's what they possibly could do for a sequel to Red Steel, or maybe one of their future games on the Wii. I don't know. But that's basically it. So basically, in the end, it does use the Wii Motion Plus really well. Like, it's probably one of the best games on the Wii right now that uses the Wii Motion Plus besides Wii Sports Resort. And it only get better with like Legend of Zelda and whatnot, and hopefully future games basically in the future. Especially hoping third parties use it more, because it could work a lot. It could work really well for a lot of games actually. Basically, like a lot of games really. A lot of people saying that we could really be, and they've been. I kind of agree with this. That basically since the Wii was announced, they basically announced especially Wii Motion Plus. They should actually make a first-person kind of like lightsaber type game for like Star Wars. That could work really well. Hopefully, I'm just hoping third parties and Nintendo themselves, but especially third parties, get a hold of Motion Plus in 2000, end of 2010, 2011, 2012. We see it, and hopefully the next system as well. Basically, it's a pretty good story. I haven't got far in it, but it's actually a decent story, like Western meets Japanese samurai kind of thing. It does offer a challenge, especially if you pick harder difficulties. There's 3 difficulties, like a beginner, medium, hard kind of thing. And basically, I think it gets more challenging. I only have 2 files, the easiest and the medium one, pretty much. And also, the game pretty much does kind of offer like a challenge mode. I never tried it, but it does on the main menu say that it does offer a challenge mode. So I'm sure besides just the main story, you can do that as well. Yes, there's no multiplayer, but like I said, maybe I'm guessing that they made it so the game was specifically about using the Wii Motion Plus to the best they could, and they're going to improve upon that and add multiplayer in a Red Steel 3 or a future game for the Wii. That's just how I see it. And Red Steel 2 is a great game actually. And so basically, when it comes to giving it a score, I give the gameplay a 9.5 out of 10. The presentation and graphics of the game, a 9 out of 10. The sound of the game, an 8.5 out of 10. And the story of the game, a 9 out of 10, which will average out to a 9 out of 10, but it could range from a 9 to 9.5 out of 10, pretty much. Even though pretty much my score comes out to a 9. It could average between a 9 and a 9.5 pretty much out of 10. And then pretty much that's all I could say. It's a great game. It uses Wii Motion Plus. If you're looking for a game like this on the Wii, rent it. If you don't really know much about it, or like you just want to try it out, rent it. If you like it, buy it. Pretty much, it's a good game, and it really does make use of the Wii Motion Plus, and hopefully more games do that in the future, because with Wii Motion Plus we can have a whole lot of type of games out there, ranging from first-person shooters and adventures and puzzle games and racing games and RPGs and all of the whatnot. Basically, using Wii Motion Plus will just help out a lot. And basically, that's my review. I'm SnipingIsFun, and I'll see you guys later in my next movie. Peace.